Okay, today's focus is going to be on gratitude and the challenges we have when we try to apply gratitude in our life. And what we're talking about here is being grateful for our life. So while we try to dig up all this criteria, just be aware that it's not going to be as easy as you think. And the reason it's not going to be easy is because we grew up in a world where we had to conform to a lot of rules. And depending on who the authority was during those interactions, depends on our state of being. Like how positive or how negative your life is at the current moment. If your life is very negative, then most likely you were confronted on a regular basis by toxic individuals who did not point out your good attributes, your good choices, the things that you did well in life. They primarily focused on correcting you when you made a mistake or when your behavior wasn't in conformity to the way they thought you should behave. Many different things can contribute to this. But this example here is going to be where you had this one individual confront you and they basically, were telling you you're a bad kid. And they told you this because they thought that this would be a good idea to try to wake you up, not knowing about, the mirror above the earth and how it reflects everything that you think, the emotions that you have. And this is really the first time that you have ever encountered this situation where you just made a mistake, but they took it to another level and you believed them because you bought into it. And you bought into this bad kid idea, which was totally false. But you bought into it, you thought you were a bad kid, and that information went up to the mirror and it reflected back down to day 2. And when it reflected back down, you knew you were a bad kid. You were told you're a bad kid. So what do bad kids do? They get into trouble. And so you began to figure out what you could get in trouble for. You didn't really realize you were doing it. You were just doing it because of this reflection from the mirror. And so this started all of this trend of being labeled, and then also society pointing out only the bad things and you looking for them. And so your whole life you've sort of in the back of your head you've been programmed to believe you're bad, to believe that you can only make mistakes. But in reality, down here there's a timeline that covers your entire life, and it consists of millions of good things. If not more, it could be billions. But all of the mistakes that you've made or the negative behavior that you made during your life was only to conform to the life you needed to adopt in order to live here. So this is important in manifesting because you need to use gratitude on a real daily basis when when your mind tries to go back and have a self-talk or a revisit to a time frame in your past to try to repair it. And your mind really wants to repair this. And that's why you keep going back to the past, except you don't have the right tools. And down here, you got all these good things that no one really pointed out just sitting down here that you've never even really considered. And so knowing this now, you can go back in your life and you can revisit these things and these scenes and all this where you were doing all this good because you didn't place any value on it. You thought the only valuable thing in life were the things that you were doing wrong, not realizing you got programmed that way. So what I believe you should do if you are having a negative mindset and you have to go back and try to revisit some things, if your mind tries to go back to some of these time frames in your life, just know that what I've said here is true and ignore it when your mind tries to take you there, and know that your mind is trying to find the good things. It's trying to dig up the good things. And so begin to go back, find things, write them all down. And then when your mind goes back, you can start to fill in the blanks with this gratitude, all of these good things you did in life. Because yes, I mean, even while I'm writing this, look, it's a video, it's a depiction of the things that you did bad. But in reality, down here, the bottom line is you did millions or billions of things good. And when you're manifesting and you're wanting a better life, if you want to rewrite all of the wrongs, this is where you got to go. Okay? So thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. And I will be creating more videos like this in the future. Thank you.